The last video I threw out was on my Blacksmith's post drill. I thought I'd stay in the same vein today and throw out a video on my forge and my burner. I built both the forge and the burner myself. I, however, cannot take credit for the design. The design for the forge was from a YouTuber by the name of Essential Craftsman. And I landed on his design for several reasons. Number one, I've got a small shop and space is at a premium. The footprint of this forge, as you can see, is very small. That was beneficial to me and what I do. The second reason that I landed on this design is it's easy to build. It didn't take me a whole lot of time to build this forge. If you can cut steel, angle iron, and you can drill holes, you can build this forge. It's that simple. And this is, I believe, an original design by him. I will not attempt to go through the build process because I just couldn't do it justice. I'll leave a link down below in the description, and I highly recommend that you go over and check out his channel. He's got an in-depth video on the entire build of this forge. For the most part, I stayed true to his design. I think he had a front porch on his, but I don't know that he had a back deck. I think I might have added the back deck, but it's been a while. I can't remember. And the reasons I added the back deck, down the road, I thought I might want to expand the size of this forge. Right now, the size is adequate, but I'm just thought, you know what? If I want to expand down the road, I leave myself the option. Really simple. All you would have to do is cut bricks to size if you wanted to expand on this forge, and take a new piece of angle iron, capture those bricks, and you do that on both sides, and then you've added an additional 6 inches to your forge. That's a modular design that's a winner. The other reason I landed on this is I am somebody who likes to do projects in the shop, and I thought, you know, what better way for me to get a forge than to make it myself. So I was thinking here, I think I did deviate with the brick. I think he used a lightweight, it's a white lightweight fire brick. When I built this, we were right in the middle of COVID, so supply lines and chains were not so great, and my options were pretty limited. So this is the heavier fire brick. I would suggest you get the lighter fire brick, simply because this is kind of a chore to move this when you need to with the heavier fire brick. But if that's not an issue for you, then, you know, they both serve the same purpose and accomplish the same task. The burner design was taken from another YouTuber by the name of American Piddler. And again, I'll put the link to his YouTube channel down below in the description. And again, I'm not going to attempt to go through the build process because I couldn't do it justice. I stayed true to his design for the most part, but again, this was built in the middle of COVID when it first started being a thing. And I think some of the nipples and maybe the 90 and the T are a little bit different in size. I think mine are bigger because I couldn't find the smaller size that he uses in his video. But the burner itself works exactly the way it should. Fired up the first time that I ignited it, turned the gas on, lit it, it fired right up, no problem. I run it at about 3 psi when I start, and then as it gets going, I crank it up to about 7 psi. And I'll grab the camera and I'll bring you in close so you can see the entire forge and burner a little bit closer. We'll start with the burner since that's what we were just talking about. As you can see, this is all made out of black iron pipe. It's fairly simple to put together. This is a little bit more involved than the forge in that here you've got to drill through this T, and then you've got to insert a a steel cap in here, and then you've got to weld it so that, you know, no gas comes out. Then in that cap, let's see if I can show you here, you can see that cap inside there. And at the end of the cap, you've got to drill and tap that, the top of that cap, and then you have to insert a MIG tip. So where all you had to do with the forge was be able to cut steel and drill, with the burner you are going to need some way to weld, and then you're going to have a tap to put the MIG tip in. But simple design, you can make it yourself and have the satisfaction of knowing I made that. I'm going to bring you down underneath my workbench and show you. You will need a high pressure regulator. I bought this one off of Amazon. You can get them just about anywhere, and this one seems to work fine. And the tank that I use is just a typical propane tank that you would use on in your barbecue when you're barbecuing. And then I've just stuck it in an old milk crate so that it stays put and doesn't roll around. The forge, I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see. It's just about as basic as you can get. All thread and flat bar kind of hold everything together on the top, as you can see, and the angle iron provides the base. You can see inside there, the bell comes through the side right there. Let me turn the gas on for you, and we'll fire this thing up. So again, I start this off with about 3 psi. If I get any higher than that, it gets a little bit hard to light. I'll open my valve here. Away we go. It's that simple. Here so you can hear me, but I have forge welded in this thing. It gets that hot. It takes a while to warm up in the winter, especially. So if you're going to be smithing, just come out and start this thing up a little bit early, let it get warm. Really happy with both designs. And like I said, if you take on both of these projects, you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you built them both yourself. So, hope this was helpful for you. I enjoyed building both. Happy to have both in my shop, and I've been using them for about 2-3 years now, probably about 3, and they both function flawlessly. Let me turn that gas off. Turn it off here. Go down. Turn down my pressure, not up my pressure. And turn my gas off here. So, turn you around here. I appreciate you guys having a look. Hopefully that will help you out and get you moving if you're interested in blacksmithing. If you're not interested in blacksmithing, hopefully that gives you an insight into what all happens in the process as far as heating up the metal. Thanks again for watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Give me a like if you enjoyed the video and you learned something. I would appreciate that as well. And again, that lets me know that you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. I'm having fun doing it. So thanks again for watching. Have a good one.